When I was younger, I used to wonder how the captain of the Titanic had managed to miss a giant iceberg that was right in front of him. But now that I'm older, I think I understand. I think he did saw it, but figured out that there was nothing that he could do anyways, so might as well make James Cameron $2 billion. I of course mean this to be a parallel to doomscrolling. I'm sure we're all seeing that massive, caked up French soldier shaped iceberg right ahead of us, and some of us might try to steer the ship away, doing stuff like dopamine detox and eating bull testicles. But again, that crash is inevitable, so might as well find the best spot to see it all unfold. Here's me ranking them. Number 3 has got to go to TikTok. If we akin short form social media platforms to drugs, then TikTok would be McDonald's. It's everywhere, it's cheap, it's consumed by millions every day, and while it does get the job done, the clientele just simply aren't committed to the craft. Rarely have I ever spent my classes watching TikTok without feeling underwhelmed. The professor's talking about what's gonna be on next week's finals and just distracting me with filters. Perhaps even more disappointing are the comments to these posts. The comment section is supposed to be this sacred place where one may exercise the creative act with consequences just shy of zero. The comedic equivalent to using training wheels when riding a bike, or guns when proposing. Use a racial slur in an IRL setting and you're gonna wish death itself grants you its mercy, but use one in a comment section and you'll probably just spend the next 15 minutes arguing with 14-year-olds also currently in class, before society as a whole moves on. What I'm trying to say is, if Kanye had said all those things in a YouTube comment section instead, he'd still have his marbles and his sponsorships. Now, your typical TikTok posts would pull comment sections around the size of urban villages, so at that scale, you'd think that the central limit theorem would have kicked in and there'd be at least a handful of people with the balls to be funny. But you would think wrong. I think TikTok as a whole just shows that we as a species are not ready for free will. We've handed 2 billion people the ability to show and tell literally anything, and the best we've collectively produced is tiki tiki tung 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 sahur. And finally, perhaps TikTok's most egregious offense is that every now and then you would actually get some value out of it. There you'll be minding your own business by not minding the actual business you need to be minding, only for some jackass to show up genuinely talking about some investing and job application. Look, I'm not much of a socialite, but I think I have enough friends to figure out what the average TikTok user is like, and I can assure you the problem is not the fonts. But I don't believe that TikTok just simply failed to make the right algorithm for their platform. I believe that this is the result of an obligation that they have to the new world order. The lizardman elites know that this will be humanity's doom and they are gonna capitalize off of it. By burying some useful content inside mounds of the fun ones, they are able to slow down our de-evolution, allowing them to take full advantage of our weakened thinking capacity by selling us crocs. Now number 2 has got to go to YouTube Shorts. Right, so we switch from black and white to red and white, from follow to subscribe, from edits of suits to edits of suits. But what else justifies me ranking this higher than Big TT? Well, YouTube Shorts is a prime example of making things better by cutting out most of it. By cutting out most of TikTok, we can now doom scroll without the constant risk of accidentally gaining anything from the process. And movies and TV shows are best experienced through randomized 1-minute clips with either Die with a Smile or funk blaring in the background. I have thought to myself, well, this isn't right. Instead of getting this faceless channel money for just editing, I should really just watch the show and support the writers that actually worked hard to make it. The joke here being that I pirate my shows. I'm just kidding. I haven't been able to sit through 40 minutes of anything since kindergarten. I'll just watch the video essays people make about how Badge is the greatest side character ever put on screen on 2x speed, minimized while I'm doing work. Or who am I kidding? I'll click on the video and then immediately click on the related YouTube short before the video even finishes loading and waste 4 hours not doing anything instead. Oh, and one last thing I'd like to add on this passage about YouTube Shorts is that it's probably the best place to doom scroll when you're out in public, which is the best way that I've found to say that it's boring as hell. Now, I know none of us want to be the guy everybody looks at the bus for watching Mario bang Sonic at full volume, but I know that none of us can deny the thrill of it. You won't be getting any of that on YouTube Shorts. Just scroll away till you watch the entirety of Ernest and Ethel in peace. Finally, we come to the number one spot on this list, which goes to none other than IG Reels. In a world governed by laws, social contracts, and basic human decency, Instagram Reels asks a simple question. Yeah, but what if... Well, it isn't actually all too bad. I know some of you might be skeptical, and I don't blame you. After all, most movies depicting lawless dystopias don't exactly make them look livable. But that's just more government propaganda. They want you to think that without them, society would collapse. But IG Reels proved that when left to their own devices, all that the people are gonna do is just have good, clean debaucheries with the boys. Instagram Reels also proved that society was never meant to invent money in the first place. We've all been brought up to understand that people are incentivized to do good work by good pay. But take a look at that guy risking his entire social standing every time he posts, cause he's probably not even getting paid to do any of it. But sheer love of the game makes sure that when you open the app tomorrow, your eyes will once again be forced to witness his bare ass cheeks. I would like to end off my call to anarchy by talking to you about the comment section. Now this is a proper comment section. If you think the stuff that the people post are abhorrent, well, just remember, those are the people who still have stuff to risk. If you haven't been convinced that we shouldn't have made grouping together a regular thing 300,000 years ago, then a quick 30-minute browse through Instagram's comment section should finally do it. We are, at our core, animals, and trying to convince ourselves otherwise is meaningless. Start walking on all fours, then go ahead and throw slurs at that feeble old man. Because we're in a sinking ship, so might as well poke holes on the lifeboats. But with that, I got nothing else for ya. See you next week. Nuts.